Hi, my name is Edgar, and welcome to my English language and culture final project video with teacher Kenia. In this video, we're going to be touching up on three main topics, which is the origin of the English language, culture and values, and experiences. Now, these experiences, they can be teaching and learning experiences in the language. So let's get started. Now, in the origin, for many of us Spanish speakers, there are a lot of words that may sound familiar or even written the same as in Spanish. Now, the reason for that may be because during the French Norman conquest, the French went ahead and inhabited England for a while and implemented a lot of Latin and French vocabulary. Now, during this period, of course, while they were being dominant, the English adopted a lot of these vocabulary words. That's the reason why there are many words that are very similar to Spanish language. Now, another very strong influence that made up and shaped English language and vocabulary is due to the Anglo-Saxons. Now, they had a lot of influence from Old Norse language and dialects, because when these people went ahead and inhabited England, a lot of their dialect developed into English vocabulary words, so that they were able to communicate better with the natives from those lands. Now, it is mentioned that actually the name of England or English came from the Angles. So imagine that. That is a pretty strong influence that they had in the language. Now, also, talking about these different cultures having an impact in the English language and vocabulary. As you may know, there are also a lot of words that, for example, hamburger or pizza or tacos, that may not be precisely from Old Norse or Germanic origin. Also, in this case, we can tell that British or English, they went ahead to explore new horizons, and as time went by, went ahead and also adopted a lot of new vocabulary words from different places into the English language. Now, this is something that still is going on these days, and you can tell because speaking about culture and its values, this is still going on because, as you can tell, let's take one state, for example, or one city in Mexico, in our country, that has been impacted or influenced a lot by this culture mix. So, for example, in Tijuana, there are a lot of people that have some vocabulary words that may not be understood in different parts of Mexico. For example, we can say maybe if you have ever heard the word mopear or parquear or maybe fulear. If you haven't heard these vocabulary words or are not familiar, for example, mopear was taken from the word mop in English, which means to clean the floor with a mop. So they went ahead and turned it into mopear. So that's one of the words that we can tell that are being integrated into our language. Or also parquear, which comes from parking, right? So in this case, when someone parks their car, some people in the US or even in TJ, because of the culture, adopted those words or actually developed them. So there could be that communication between those English words, vocabulary words, and Spanish, right? Or fulear. Whenever you go to the gas station and you say, hey, vamos a fulear el auto de gasolina. So which is, hey, let's fill up the car, put it full with gasoline, and those are things or symptoms that you can see how strong or how much influence a culture can have in a language. So it's something very, very important that when learning a language, that someone gets in touch with that culture, so that way it is more understanding and it's not only stuck with textbook-based or dictionary-based vocabulary words, because remember, a culture is very diverse. It is composed not only of the people of origin of the language, but there are a lot of words all the time being introduced into a language. So it is very, very important for us to keep in mind the values and culture ways that people have of the origin of that country where the language is being learned or taught, because there's a lot of information that can be learned and can open up a lot of minds and develop further learning and be more effective than just sticking to text vocabulary terms. So my recommendation or experience while sharing English vocabulary words or English classes with students is always to not only limit yourself into classroom information, but also learn and explore from sources like video games, books, music, television shows, where they will also teach you, and you can pick up a lot of new information that you are not only exposed into from class, and that will help you greatly to develop even more skills and more vocabulary words and practice with the language that you're learning. Well, thank you so much for watching the video and hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.